There we go. Hey guys. I hope this thing works today. I had a couple internet issues yesterday. Hi Manu. But that is to be expected since I'm just setting up a whole new system. Hello, hello. Hi everybody. Did the notification go out or were you all here already? I don't want to sorry. Hi Mar. I will get to it, I promise. I will make the announcement. I just want to make sure everybody who's coming here is here and it has a chance to click a notification and hear what I'm saying so that I'm not answering the same question 50 times. Hi there. Hi everybody. Boom, hit the rocks. Okay. Thank you for the gay bits. I am doing great. It is a great day. I'm okay. Guys, I'm not dying. Guys, we have a schedule change and you guys are like, she has to be dying. Thank you for the gay bits, Mar. Okay. Here's the thing. Oh, look at all my toothless stuff behind me. Okay. This is our last Mental Health Monday, and that is because... Can you guys see that button? There we go. Because... I now have school all day on Monday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I won't be here to stream on Mondays anymore. Or Wednesdays. So we're changing Mental Health Monday to Feel Better Friday. So now, from now on, we will not have Mental Health Mondays. We will have Feel Better Fridays, and they will be the exact same thing, just on Friday. Okay? Jesse sub, thank you, Jesse. Does everybody understand? Everybody okay? Okay. Feel Better Fridays will be our new thing. Everything else is staying. Last of Us Thursday I will still do because I don't have school on Thursdays. I know, I meant to scare you a little bit because clickbait works. Haha, how do you feel? I got you here. I tricked you all. Yeah, you could debrief from the week. It'll be a good start to everybody's weekend. Feel Better Fridays. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm great. This is a good day. I am today going to pick up the TV stand so I could be, from now on, I will be looking at you instead of looking at the floor where my TV is currently. Okay. We will also get started with our Not Gonna Lie today. I'm sorry. What time it's gonna be in Europe? Whatever time it is now. It'll probably be at the exact same time. Let me see. Not gonna lie. It'll just be... I'm getting there. I'm gonna submit a link. Are any of my mods here and able to pin a link? Perhaps. Twitch. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Thank you, Yellow. There's Yellow. Okay. Here's our link. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a real therapist, and I don't claim to be. Never have. Thank you for the gay bits. It's 8 p.m. I think that's a pretty good time. And do I expect to have as many people on 8 p.m. on a Friday? Not really, but we'll see. Okay. You can't get here 5 minutes late after I've explained everything and be like, what do you mean? How old do I look today? I feel like I look younger than I should today. If you looked at me right now and had to guess my age, what would you say? 14. Okay, gang. 13. Okay, that's a lie. Okay. Yellow. Of course Layla comes on here just to say 12. 114 people. Wow, hi guys. Oh, there's a lot of you. Hi. can't... Okay, trigger warning. Please don't update me about people leaving. Trigger warning. I can't imagine a life without SH. How do I quit and just move on with my life when something bad happens? It seems impossible. So just moving on with your life is not really what anybody expects of you. Like, nobody expects things to not bother you. It's the way that you're dealing with that is the issue. Hi, Nuri. I love you too. So, like, you need to find other ways to cope with bad things instead of just being like, well, everyone else ignores it, I should too. That's not it. That's not the same thing. Why can't I hit this one target? Okay. Hi, Kaylin. It's Jess. What color should I dye my hair? Neon pink. Or yellow. Hi, Kaylin. Why is it the last Mental Health Monday? Because we are moving them to Friday. It will now be Feel Better Friday because I have school all day every Monday starting now. Well, okay, starting next Monday. I also have school all of Wednesday, so there will be no stream on Monday or Wednesday, but every other day I will be there. I did switch schools. I'm now going to college in Texas. What time do we reckon it'll be? Probably the same time. So, 1 p.m. Texas time. What is MH? It stands for mental health. I always feel like I'm the one who fucks up everything, the one who is always out of line, the one who is always being annoying and fucks up new-made friendships because I start to care too much and text too much. I feel like I'm the black sheep every time and everywhere. Manu. Okay, well, I promise that's not true. Here. I can't speak for the rest of your life because I'm not there, but that's not true here. But that is so real, and that is something that a lot of people struggle with, is just feeling like they care too much or more than the other people there. And that is, okay, I'm going to say this, take this with a grain of salt because I'm not a real therapist, but that is usually actually a huge sign of trauma. Bonding to things, quote-unquote, too quickly, or quickly than what would be, you know, normally expected, is a huge sign of trauma. It means that you have deep-rooted either self-esteem issues or something keeps happening and you don't feel stable in some way, you know? I'm sorry about ads. If sub, no ads. I wish someone would have noticed my ED and made me feel so invalid. Why did my parents notice their 11-year-old daughter skipping meals and doing workouts at 6 a.m.? They should have noticed that. At 11? My sister is 11. She does nothing of the sort. Thank you for the gay bits, Yella. That's not normal. Especially if you have older siblings to compare that to. I'm sorry. You are valid. Your eating disorder was very real. And it still is, probably. And we are here to help you get better. And to hold, you know, to be here with you and hold you accountable for that. Hold you accountable as if it's like a wrongdoing. You know what I mean. Accountability partners. How is the new apartment? Very good. Still haven't finished unpacking, though I have a lot of decorations. I ordered tiny little 3D animals from... I'm reading the ones submitted today. Tiny little 3D animals from Etsy because I fell in love with them. And I'm going to put them everywhere. I have a 3D toothless on that wall. I got my toothless LED light. I have all of this stuff. It goes way off into the corner. There's more. I have 2 giant Last of Us posters. And counting. I couldn't hang up the Last of Us posters in my dorm room, and I was so sad because I think Haley got them for me from my throne. And it was so awesome, and I wanted it. But now I'm finally in a place where I can put up everything that I couldn't put on my walls in the old place. Including those little sound, wall sound things. I don't know what they're called. Black foam. My mental health is so bad recently. I struggle so much with getting out of bed and going to school. I have exams soon and it's so stressful. I can't bring myself to study no matter how urgent it is. I want to be happy again. I'm sorry. Motivation is really hard, especially if you're in high school, because your perspective is both, like, too small and too big. So you feel like a mutant human being anyway without knowing it. And motivation is one of the hardest things, and I totally get that. Am I still feeling sick? I still have a little bit of a cough, but not much. It's finally going away. Finally getting better. I'm just a little dehydrated, which is why I have water. Everybody get some water, please. Mari sub, thank you, Mari. Can everybody drink some water with me? Watch, I'm gonna take some big gulps, and so are you. You have 10 seconds to get your water. 10, 9, you should be running. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Olivia, go get water, I ban you. Beer does not count. Neither does vodka. No, nothing with a drug in it counts. Guys, come on. I guess apple juice can count. I don't know what that is. If it's alcoholic, no. If not, sure. I'd really prefer you guys drink water. You just got the notification? Hi, Steven. No, Nuri. Drink some water. Wonky, thank you for reminding me. It was a crazily busy day yesterday, but I will get that. Working on it. And so is everybody else. Hi, Kaylin. I'm a new fan from Kurdistan. I'll be glad if you support my religion with one word. Or region. I'm sorry. I'll be glad if you support my region with one word. What word? I've had a girlfriend for 4 years, and she wants to open our relationship, so we're still dating, but she can see other people as well. What do I do? Well, if you're open to that, go for it. Like, if you are also polyamorous, go for it. If you are not, if you are monogamous, fucking leave. If she is polyamorous, she needs to explore that with people who are not monogamous. That is a recipe for disaster. Disaster, disaster, disaster. And it sounds like your relationship was not in the best place anyways. Quinn is okay. She would be here, but she's been having some technology issues this morning. You love my headphones? Thanks. They were like $28 on Amazon. Manu, thank you. Me and my girlfriend have been dating almost 3 months now. She's been hanging out a lot with somebody else that recently asked her out, and she had liked her before we even started dating, and now she's not talking to me. I don't know what I did. It seems like it wasn't something you did. It seems like she's cheating. It seems like you need to break up with her and or at the very least put some boundaries down. Be like, hey, you liked her. I'm uncomfortable with this. That is not okay. Everyone else in my life thinks this is weird of you. That's not okay. Seriously, stop, or we're breaking up. You need to give people ultimatums. Ultimatums are not a bad thing. They're expressing what you need in a relationship. And if they want to leave, they can leave. Nobody take out Olivia. I'm obsessed with your eyebrows, like you obsessed with Quinn's hands. I'm just shy. Say this in chat. That's really funny, actually. When will I see Quinn again? Hopefully Valentine's Day, but we're not sure. Because I have she has a super long weekend. She has Monday off that day. I don't have Monday off, but I might take Monday off. See how bad it would be to take off Monday. We're not at the point of fundraising streams yet. We don't know if we can. We're not gonna ask for anything, of course, until we know it's a plan. That would be insanely fucked up. But thank you for being ready. What does the dragon I sent do, Kaylin? I don't know. I don't know who you are. You labeled it as me. Who are you? That's... Guys, look at what I'm reading. What does the dragon I sent do? Kaylin. Yeah, it would be Nuri's birthday, too. Hi, Kaylin. I have a problem with showering because it drains my energy super fast. Do you have any advice for it to be easier? Do it right before bed. A warm shower. Can Light Fury fly with you? I wish. A warm shower right before bed. Let it drain your energy. Then go to bed. That's awesome. I do that all the time, except my hair is super wet still. That is the one downside. I will shower, my hair will still be wet, especially if I put it in braids. Like 18 hours later. The last few months have been really stressful with midterms and getting back into school break. I've been really struggling with my mental health and not SH. I was clean for 2 months, but I recently started SH again and I feel really shitty and depressed. I'm sorry. Midterms suck. Like, there has to be an easier way to have students learn hands-on than just to make everybody stress for weeks at a time. I'm convinced that it's taking years off of our lives. Olivia called you a silly Billy and it wasn't nice. Well, she's a sillier Billy. Trigger warning. SH stands for self-harm. If you don't know what that is, you might be a little too young to be here. Or if English isn't your first language, that's okay. Oh. Wonky, that's a little... I question my sexuality so many times it's making me crazy. Everyone put in your bets now. I have a feeling that I might be lesbian, but I am not sure. My bet is in. I mean, how do I know for sure? What if it's all just a phase? I try to tell myself that I don't need to figure it out now, but I can't help questioning. How'd you find out? I found out the same way people know they're... Actually, I didn't. I was in, like, a really bad environment, and so I didn't let myself think about being gay for a very long time. In fact, there were a lot of harmful behaviors that was my brain just hiding that from himself, making up reasons I could think about women, that, you know, would be ethical if God was looking. Which are crazy scenarios, by the way, but, you know, when you're young, figuring out your sexuality in a place that's not safe for it. I'm not crying. I don't know what you mean. But I had a girl who had a crush on me for 8 months, and it took me 8 months to keep thinking about it, and thinking about it, and thinking about it. Strong woman. Thank you, Nuri. But it took a while for me to accept that, so you need to look at whether it's an acceptance issue or a feelings issue, because if it's a feelings issue, you can experiment, honestly. Everyone is like, she's experimenting. Yeah, that's what being young is about. You're supposed to be figuring out who you are. By any means necessary that don't hurt other people. Or hopefully yourself. Bye, Steven. We love you. It's the last Mental Health Monday because we are moving it to Friday. Feel Better Friday, because I will be gone all of Monday, every Monday. So tune in the same time, different part of the week. Somebody said, I think I might be bisexual. But if my family finds out I like the same gender as me, they'll beat me up and lock me away. I don't know what to do. I want to like who I like, but my family won't approve of it. Well, okay. It is illegal to do that. It is not legal to beat up your child, nor is it legal to lock them away. And if your family is genuinely considering that, I would say call the police. Definitely don't come out. Take the safe route. For sure. Please don't come out if it's not safe. Like, guys, it is so much easier to come out when you are financially independent as an adult. I say having come out when I was 16, but I didn't actually come out. So, if I had chosen, I would have probably come out later. Also, don't write it down. Do not write it down, and do not hide it under your bed. Big mistake. Me and my girlfriend have a perfect relationship, but I keep apologizing for being annoying for no reason. And she says it's okay, I don't care, I love your personality, but I just stress about it too much. I had the same thing. It takes time to adjust being in a healthy relationship. How do you know romantic crushes or platonic feelings? If you're questioning it, you know. If you're questioning it, it's probably romantic. But then again, people with OCD, that's different. I'm really stressed about school and I can't get any motivation. My ADHD is pissing me off and stopping me from doing anything. Strategies to help. If you can, get medicated. If you can't, you have to make it a game. Brain games are what kept me focused when I was unmedicated as a child. I had to write down our memory verse, our Bible verse of the week every day 7 times when I was a child to remember it. As an assignment. And whether or not you agree with the ethics of that assignment, that's what I had to do. And every time, I would write it normally, and then I would write it, and I would have to make the same verse, same amount of words, be shorter. And so I would shrink my letters a little bit every time, until the last one was so small that it only took up 1 line of the paper, and I was so proud of myself, and I looked up, and I had written the whole thing already. Turn it into a competition with yourself, always. You can always invent a game. Not all medication is addictive. A lot of drugs are, but not all medication is addictive. Adderall might be addictive, but my medication that I take for ADHD is not Adderall, and it is not addictive. Hi, I just wanted to say thank you both. You and Quinn have both helped me learn so much more confidence with being myself and my interests. You both helped me manage to come out to my mom and the courage to start playing the drums. Well, congrats! Drums are cool. Also, if you're a gay woman that plays the drums, you will do very well. If you're a guy that plays the drums, you will also do very well. Romantically. See? We already have somebody thirsting. Somebody just called dibs on you. I'm 13 and I've been struggling with SH for a few years. A few years? I'm gonna try and quit again in 2026, but I feel like I have to keep doing it because if I quit now, then when I'm like 20, all the pain I went through won't count because I quit too early, if that makes any sense. No, 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 no. You have already been in a significant amount of pain. And who are you presenting this to? You are not muted. Who are you presenting this to? Like, count to who? Is God watching? You need to get better for yourself, regardless of the story you think you're gonna tell about it later. You're gonna be used to people just telling stories about their struggles. Let the story happen before you write it down, you know? And that's something I struggled with too, is, well, when I look back on this in the future, it's gonna look like I didn't even, I'll answer that in a minute, Nuri. It wouldn't even matter. That's so not true. The journey matters, and you will find meaning in the journey, and you can always write it down later. Please do that. Please get better first, and then think about the process. And if you're still, after you get better, you will not be like, rats. I wish I still had that so I could say I did it when I was 20. My ADHD medication is just a stimulant, so it kind of does the same thing as Adderall would do. It keeps my brain moving so that it can't, like, my brain needs multiple outlets of things coming in at all times. I play the TV while I'm cooking, that sort of thing. I've actually been unmedicated for a long time because it is so not addictive that I just forget to take it. But ADHD medication is a stimulant, so your brain is already getting some intake so that you can focus on whatever you want. I was in Quinn's live yesterday, and I'm the one that was talking about my girlfriend, and the whole chat spamming break up. Break up! I have updates. I sent her a message explaining how I feel, and we both talked about it, and we're good. I'm not going to explain all of her business, but we're good, and she's not cheating. Well, I'm glad she's not cheating. I'm glad that you at least believe that she's not cheating. But also, you've never met in person and didn't call for a month. Have you called? If you haven't called still, what can you do with a communications major? Okay, you can actually do a lot with a communications major. Anything people-based, really. So PR, talent agencies, you can work in social work. Really, what can't you do with a communications major? And a lot of jobs, I just learned this recently, a lot of American jobs don't even care what degree you have. They care that you have one. My mom apparently was getting jobs in an office with a theater degree. I was like, what did you do with your degree, Mom? You didn't do anything theater related after college. She was like, yeah, but I got jobs because I went to college. I graduated. That diploma gets you a lot. I could have done theater for 4 years? Yeah, you can ride with me. Go to Burke. I'll let Kenzie on at Burke. Okay. You cannot be a doctor with a communications major, but anything that's not specialized, you can do with a communications major. That's why I'm getting one. And then you can become specialized. I might minor in psychology. Even more people work. Okay. Wherever Kenzie is. Anyways, I'm not in a good headspace, but whenever I do, I can never open up my grades are dropping and I can't focus. I don't know what's going on with me. I really think that we assign way too much worth in a teenager, a forming, developing human being, to grades. Grades that will mean nothing in a few years. My high school grades, I'm literally transferring colleges. My high school grades mean almost nothing already. It matters for like one thing. Oh, thank you. I have not been cosplaying Ellie. My girlfriend has been cosplaying Ellie. But here's what you do. Even if you need to have a safety net or you will put too much focus on grades, don't do this if you're just lazy, but I assume a lot of you are not lazy and it's actually anxiety based. Don't do that. Don't put too much on grades, because you know what? Especially if you're in America, you can go to community college and then any college in the state has to accept you. It'll take 2 years of community college. Transfer to whatever school you want for the last 2. It's okay. You're gonna be okay, because the college grades will matter more. And then once you graduate college, no grades will matter. It will matter that you got a diploma. Just pass. I mean, obviously don't get bad grades, but like, if you get a C on a test, in the long run, it is so not important if you're in high school. But your parents are gonna make it seem like it's the most important thing in the world. Where is Kenzie? I'm taking off if you don't get on. Oh, there you are. You're so small. You are so tiny. Here, get on. Okay, so you're gonna press square and then ride. Oh! Alright, we got Kenzie. I know this is going to sound stupid, but you and Quinn are my comfort, safe people to watch since I don't have anyone to talk to much, so thank you. Of course, that is such a privilege to be that for somebody. I will be that for you any day. Thank you. You are Light Fury. It's adorable. Have you decided if you and Quinn are going to any cons? We go to cons when we can. It's not as easy as it would seem. What the hell? Anyways. Aww. This is cute. Okay. I like seeing the different stages of people here. Hi, so I've had dyslexia, but my dad has never believed me or the doctors, and I feel like I can't even talk to him. Your dad is in denial because you having a disorder makes him feel like a bad parent. And though it's not your job to emotionally manage him, I would say that you need to let him know that it's not his fault and that's something you're born with. You excited for your new school? It's an interim school. Like, I'm going here so that I can go somewhere else. So it's not like... And I didn't have to put in a lot of effort to go to this school. It was the safetiest of all safety schools. It's just a community college. I will be excited to go to Los Angeles. I have to make uni course decisions soon, and I can't choose between history, politics, and psych. How do I choose? A psych major is more versatile than definitely history and politics, but it depends on what you want to do. Psych majors are kind of like communications majors, where you can do a whole lot with them, and they're very credible. So if you don't know exactly what you want to do yet, I would totally suggest psych. I am also taking a lot of psych classes so that even if I switch majors, it would be another thing people-based and versatile. And I have a good path for that. There are only like 4 people who like me at my school. I mean, I know I'm a shitty person, but geez. I mean, does everybody else actively dislike you? Or are you just not that social? I have so many questions. Hi, Kim. Hello, Lim. Hi, Kaylin. It's Brooke. For volleyball, we just won state. Life is great, and I hope you're well. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I remember how stressed you were. I always bite the inside of my lips, and I can't stop no matter what I try. Are there some techniques to stop? Not that I know of. I am also an avid lip biter. That sounds so bad. I mean, like, chewing on it. Look at. That's wound. Chewy necklaces? I did not know about that, Lydia, but I might have to try that too. We can try that together. Whoever you are. I'm glad that you guys, when I don't have an answer, you guys jump in with your own answers. That's part of this. This is a collaborative effort. You guys can also suggest things. Thank you for that. The necklaces did help me for my nails for a while. Aw. What are chewy hang on. Chewy necklace. Oh, I see. And you can get them in LGBTQ colors. Would you look at that? I could get a lesbian chewy necklace. Huh. Oh, there's a lot of different varieties, yeah. Alright. My older sister always shouts at me, saying she can't wait to move out, that I'm annoying, but all I want to do is hang out with her, and she means a lot to me, and I don't want to be alone when she moves. I think you need to be vulnerable with her and tell her that. Sibling relationships tend to be pretty complicated, because if your household is toxic, you're both traumatized and actively being traumatized at different rates. And so her being like, I can't wait to move out, either she's a teenager with hormones, which is likely until you're like 25, or there's something else going on there, or a mix. Even on my ADHD meds, I feel so untethered, and I don't know how to pull myself back to the flow state. Please help. I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. This is gonna change your life, okay? I heard this before, I didn't listen, and then I tried it. And I had never felt so laser beam focused and been like, I am in the moment. I am here. I can do anything, and felt capable in my life. Okay? This is how you get rid of the brain fog and the distractions. You're gonna sleep 8 hours a day at a consistent rhythm. Consistent. You have to do this for a few days. Like, so it's not gonna happen immediately. You have to have a rhythm. If you sleep consistently, your life will change. I am such a hypocrite because I go to sleep at 4 sometimes. Like last night, I went to sleep at 4, woke up at 11. Can't do that. Can't keep doing that. But if I woke up at the same time every day, Noon sub, thank you so much, Noon. If I went to sleep at the same time every day and woke up at the same time every day, I would be fucking unstoppable. Do it. Okay. Hey! These bitches found me. Okay. What episode of House are me and Quinn on? I forget. We just did the one where we found out about Chase's dad dying. So this girl who used to bully me in primary, 6th grade for you, recently moved back to my school after taking time off for influencing. What? Wait a minute. Taking time off for influencing. She used to bully me and a close friend, and because of stuff she said and did, I feel like I can't be in the same room without a mental breakdown, but no teachers believe me. The Not Gonna Lie is 28 minutes behind, but I might start skipping. Okay. First of all, she sounds like an absolute bitch. Taking time off of school for influencing is not even something that I do. That's really stupid. And I'm really sorry. I think you need to get your group of friends together and definitely talk about it. Because there is safety in numbers. And if she talks shit, you can't stop her, but you can let her know that you're not alone. Hi, Kaylin. My name is Marie. I subbed, by the way. Thank you. And I struggle with school because of my autism and depression. I can barely go to school because I hate socializing and it's so draining, but I'm terrified of failing in the future. I totally understand that. I get that 1,000%. And you need to know that if you hate socializing, you don't have to. If you hate talking to people, you don't have to. If you want to, you can. And if you're not making friends and you're worried how your future will be because you're not making friends, if you're not happy making friends, you won't be happy with the friends you made when you weren't happy making them. It's okay. I have almost no friends from my high school. Partly because my high school was toxic, but also because it doesn't matter. Everybody is on their own path and graduates. Once you get to college, it's a little different. But still. If you're not if you're happier alone, just be alone. If you're not happy or alone, that's different. But if you are, don't worry about it. You're already set. Like, imagine how cool that is. Some people need to be with other people to, like, feel okay, and you don't? That's awesome. Hey, Julia. I don't know what you expect me to say here, but that's not okay. We do care about you. And I kind of know why you told me that. But it's not like I can read that out loud. And there are people that will be upset if you go. So please don't. And please know that that's not really... I know what I'm doing and I know the position I'm putting myself in, but please don't tell people on the internet who are still young and make them responsible for your life in such a way, you know? That's not really fair. I disagree that you should do that. Of course I do. I will never agree that anyone should do that. But sometimes I don't know what to say when people already have a plan. Don't. I have really bad anxiety, and it gets in the way of everything to the point where I had a hard time writing this. My parents don't believe me and aren't letting me go to a therapist, and I don't know what to do or how to convince them to get help. Yikes, that is a toughie. Because when your parents are like... I think that there should be free mental health resources for kids that don't involve parents. I mean, usually schools will have those, so if you talk to a school counselor, they will more than likely at least be able to tell your parents, hey, this kid needs help. I used to be on meds for anxiety and depression, but recently got off of them. Now I'm having these weird meltdowns and wondering if I need meds again. On one hand, I don't want these attacks, but on the other hand, I don't want to feel numb the way the meds make me feel. I just can't decide what to do. Well, stay off of them for a little bit, because it might be a symptom of getting off of them, to be honest. Those depression medications, when you get off of them, have some weird side effects. They're temporary, but they're long-lasting for side effects. And so, like, you're gonna have more intense emotions, you're gonna, like, one time, this girl I knew took her depression medication at the wrong time, and then, like, at the wrong time. And the next day, like, trigger warning, attempted in front of me. And this was after trying to kill me as well. Which is a whole nother story. But seriously, getting off of um, getting off of depression medication is like an insane thing. So stick with it for a minute and make sure that that's not just a symptom. What happened? Maybe I'll have that story time another day. Remind me in a bit. Medication is dangerous, but it can be helpful. You need to know the right dose and the right type of medication for you, and sometimes that's trial and error. You need to find a competent doctor, because if you have an incompetent doctor, they will just prescribe things. Have I really not told you guys this story? I thought I did. I really thought I did. Oh well. I guess I'll tell you guys later. Remind me tomorrow. Maybe I'll tell it in stream. It's a doozy. Prepare. It's not even one of the... It's like the second to juiciest part. Anyways. Whatever. My ex keeps trying to reach out to me and follow me on all my socials, and I don't know if I should tell her to leave me alone or just keep blocking until she gets bored. For now, keep blocking, probably. Because... I don't know. That's the route I kind of took until she contacted me so directly that I let Quinn take care of it. Because, and it's not because I couldn't. First of all, I was driving. But second of all, it was just a little bit petty to let my partner respond to her asking to be friends. You're scared? Then tell your parents. Oh wait, do your parents know? Do your parents know you're gay? Or that you dated anyone? Your mom knew? Okay, well you might want to tell your mom. If that's not safe, don't do it. But tell her if you can. Because, you know, actually, you could even fake it and be like, hey, this is her mom. You need to be aware that she is still only 14 and you will not be welcome, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can make it sound super professional and be like, and if you do not comply with this, we will be forced to issue a cease and desist, which will be met with other legal actions if not followed. Blah, blah, blah. You got this. And if she's freaking you out, we'll also help you in any way we can. Don't worry. There's this guy I like. Oh, this stupid dog. It's barking all the time. There's this guy I like. Wait. Guys, please watch your punctuation. I can't read this. There is this guy that likes me, and he thinks that I like him as well, but I am a lesbian. How do I tell him that without hurting him? Make sure he knows it's not about him. This isn't personal. I just don't have the ability to be attracted to you, even if I wanted to, you know? It's not like you're a great guy. I had to do this too. I just didn't tell him I was a lesbian. I told him I got out of a relationship, which is true. But he was super homophobic. But anyways. Guys, look, it's still Kenzie on my back. She's so small. Okay. Yeah. Tell him the truth. Like, if I was a guy and I was crushing on somebody, but they didn't have the even capacity to be attracted to me, I would want to know that straight up. I'm assuming he's not dangerous. You don't have to be scared his ego is so fragile that he would be violent. I'm sure he would appreciate you just being like, this isn't my thing. Sorry. I can't change it. Or if he doesn't know that you know he likes you, Just casually bring it up. Tell him about a girl you're interested in. Please don't read out loud. Well, this is not gonna lie. Wait. I'm sorry, Mar. Mar can't catch a break. Like, I swear to God, every single time I hear from Mar, something tragic has just happened. Quinn and I were talking about this. This was a while ago, but Quinn and I were talking about this. We're like, how is Mar always either going through some shit, and she doesn't ever seem to be faking either. Like, okay, there's a lot of people that just say that they're going through stuff to me because they want attention, and it's usually pretty easy to spot. But, like, there's, like, provable things all the time, and they're always different, too. I'm a senior in high school, and this year can make my future life at all. What's your advice for me? Apply to a ton of colleges, even if you don't have the money to get in, even if you don't plan on going. Apply to a ton of colleges so that you have the most opportunities. Get involved in a bunch of clubs. You need to be developing your life skills at this point. Do not sit on a couch, but also give yourself the slack that you need to not burn out. Burning out as a senior is a death sentence. So, you know, if you feel it start to happen, take a seat, breathe, and heal your inner self and outer self before you take on the world. But try to take on the world because you still have a safety net right now, and that safety net's going to go away. And you will feel so capable after you do that. Burnt out as an 8th grader? That's so real, though. I feel like every 8th grader has the right to feel burnout. 8th graders suck. Like, I hated 8th graders when I was an 8th grader. My favorite memory with Quinn and why? I have so many. I loved the entire trip when I asked her to be my girlfriend. I think I have never felt more butterflies or just amazing feelings in my life all at once. We had so much fun, and we did so many different things, and I loved where I took her for that picnic because it was June and the grass was long and the food was amazing because we got it from an awesome cafe. We danced in the grass. This was off camera though. We went live, but for a lot of it we weren't. And I have Layla to thank for that. I love adding whimsy. Urine is your favorite word? That makes sense for you. Breaking news. Guy born on Valentine's Day likes the word urine. Okay. My girlfriend and I were together for 2 years, and she started dating more people. When I brought it up, she would say I told her that it was okay, even though I didn't. What should I do now? She wants to get back together. Not. You should not get back together. That sounds terrible. That sounds reckless and awful. That was a cheatin'. Here's what you do. Next time she walks up to you and says that, point, cheater, and run away. Bet she won't ask you out after that. No, Wonky, it doesn't. Stop telling children that. Trigger warning. Hang on. I'm not gonna do that one. There's this girl that I really like, and we low-key flirt a lot, but I'm so nervous on asking for her socials. Any tips? Show her yours. Look what I just posted. Or you could totally find them from other sources. Like, this can't be the only... This can't be the only person that knows her. Like, you're not the only person who knows her. I was on Quinn's stream last night talking about my girlfriend, and the whole chat was saying break up. I have updates. We talked about it, and everything is okay now. I'm not going to share her business online, but there's stuff going on. She also has been really sick and had a terrible sleep schedule. Me when I don't sleep well, so I don't call my girlfriend for a month. That's still not acceptable. I know we already did that one, but it was a little different. Sometimes y'all say the most out-of-pocket traumatic shit like it's nothing. And that's... I love this, not gonna lie, and I can't laugh because it's not funny. But the way you're like, hey, Kaylin, I got abused by my mom. That's so casual. Any tips? That's literally what this says. Okay. There is still... No, not knee deep. See, this is why I know you're gay. Chapel Roan song enthusiast. Yeah, cops, for sure, but also, there are AA meetings for just about every type of drug addiction, and they won't arrest you because you're underage. They won't arrest people who are trying to get better. No, Jesse! Jesse, no. You made me giggle inside. I'm sorry that I did. What you need is to get professional help instead of trying to resolve it with your mom. That's just not gonna happen. I know, and I'm grateful that you guys trust me so much. Thank you, Layla. I am grateful for it. What? I'm proud of you, it's Tay. This one says, I'm not gonna lie, I snapped my headset and did a backflip on it, and now I'm pregnant. No correlation. I meant the remote control toothless. What does it do? I've never seen it in action. I don't know who you are, but I don't think I have a remote control toothless. I don't recall anybody sending that to me. If it's in the mail, I haven't gotten it yet. Of course I want one. Who are you? I can, if you think you bought something from my throne, I don't want you to, like, think that I took your money, which definitely didn't happen. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing on the throne that says that. Oh, you mean like the... Okay, that's not a remote control. If this person means this gliding toothless, he's on my wall right there. I can actually show you. This is not a remote control, it's just foam. But he's on my wall. I love him. He's 3D and I'm keeping him there. Okay. I think it's so easy. What do I want for my birthday? Well, my birthday is not for like an extraordinarily long time. Like, I don't know, 9 months. A long ass time. I've been clean for like 19 days. I spent all of December and half of November in SH every day, so now I'm worried for this year. Don't be worried for this year. Be proud of yourself. This is a milestone for you. This is not a risk. Be proud. Don't be scared. Be excited that you're starting a new year and you're gonna make it until the end of the year without. You will. Okay. Guys, this is a bit controversial one. I haven't even read the whole thing. I bit my lip too hard. Look at that. Now it's gonna start bleeding. I keep picking at the skin on my lip and tearing it up. Me and my friends are bullying this girl, but I find it valid, as she fakes ADHD as well as Tourette's, and she SA'd me and my friend. Wait a minute. She's given me loads of mental health issues, and I don't really participate in it, but my friends really do. Is it bad? There's so much to unpack here. That just got crazier with every word. At no point did I know what you were going to say next. I had a friend like that, and like honestly almost exactly like that, and we low-key did the exact same thing. It's the same girl that kissed me when I didn't want her to. Thank you for the gay bits, Mar. We did not ever like bully her like you're saying. We just didn't believe her and made it clear that we didn't believe her, which is I think how, I don't know, maybe more mature people do this. Thank you for the gay bits, Yella. Hi, Jade. Yeah, I'm concerned for all parties in this. I think you just need to completely separate yourselves from this person. Those fake gay bits. Damn! There are so many of you! I really want to be in a relationship. I see everyone around me in a relationship. And it makes me feel so alone and unlovable. You are not alone or unlovable. You need to learn to love yourself before you get in a relationship. Please. Okay, Kenzie. She's so small. Let's see if she disappears. If you are wanting a relationship and not a specific person, that's kind of fucked up. And I would hate to be that person. Because that means you wouldn't want me. You just want a relationship. You want a girlfriend. You don't want me as your girlfriend. I would hate that. Please be happy alone and make it about the specific person when it is. I'm officially 5 months clean. Yay. I'm lesbian and I know that I don't like guys, but I can't come out because I think about the future and how I want to be with a woman. But if I ask myself if it's a phase, what if it's a phase and I don't know what to do? You are at a point of compet and denial, but you also know exactly what you're denying. So I don't know, man. I think you need to just sit with yourself for a minute. Like, you have a ton of shame on the inside, and I feel like that needs to go away before you'll be ready for a lesbian relationship regardless. Compulsory heterosexuality. Compet. This is a big question, but my best friend is 16, I am 13. Is it okay for me to like her? She lives in America, and I'm in the UK, and I know that is early for a relationship that big, but she's genuinely great to me, and I really see myself with a girl in the future. So notice how you said a girl and not this girl, but also, 13 and 16. Can somebody delete that and stop them from speaking languages we can't moderate? Um, yeah, you're, okay. Here's the thing. That has potential to be a bad relationship. 13 and 16 is kind of a big age to have a 3-year gap. Like, that's a little age to have that gap. It's so normally, like, if I just hear the ages 13 and 16, that doesn't make a lot of sense. You know? Like, and also, you'll never see each other. Neither of you can travel. Because you are so young. And also, you didn't specify, like, if she turns 17 before you turn 14, no. No, 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 no. Because what happens when you're 14 and she's 18? That's awful. Also, 13 and 17 is terrible. It's just not a good idea. I understand what it's like to have a crush on somebody older. I've had crushes on older people my whole life. But we need to, don't put her in a position where she is also going to get ridiculed for dating somebody younger like that, too. Yeah, most ages with 13 are terrible. When you're 13, I don't even know if other 13-year-olds are a good idea. I think maybe 13-year-olds just should not be in serious relationships at all. Nobody had a great time when they were 13. You can't ask anybody and then be like, yes, the best point in my life, I was 13 years old. Who felt great all the time when they were 13? Yeah, there's a 13-year-old right there. 13 is buns. Okay, well, Wonky's the exception. Yeah, nobody likes 13. 13 was Bun's former 13-year-old. Me too, as another former 13-year-old. 13 sucks. That is such an accurate description, Izzy. Nobody takes you seriously, everyone smells bad, and everyone is weird. I was just gonna say, 13 is when everyone discovers that they too can be stinky. I've never met a 13-year-old that wasn't a little bit stinky. Yeah, Kenzie, I'll come get you. Maybe you don't stink. Maybe it's just American 13-year-olds, but... Or maybe you're just ahead of the game. Stinky is a funny word. I do like the word stinky. Oh, Kenzie is toothless now. A tiny toothless. Look at her. Get on board. Get on. This girl is not ready. Oh. She's trying. It won't let you. Can you guys hear my whistling or no? Yay, Quinn can't hear my whistling over the phone and it makes me sad. She once asked me to whistle test drive to see if I could. Of course I can. But she said she couldn't hear me. Maybe she lied. No, she didn't lie. She didn't realize to me. Okay. She's sending me a lot of Instagram reels, though. Everyone keeps calling me a lesbian because I prefer to date women. Who would dare do that? And because I dress mask and have short hair, and I remind them, oh, you're bi. I like guys and I'm bisexual, but they ignore it, even though I dated a guy not long ago. I think that's their problem. You are valid in your identity. I'm sorry that it didn't occur to me that you would be bi. I might be just as much of a problem. But you definitely are valid. And that's stupid. Bye, Yella. Have an amazing night, I think. I'm surrounded by idiots. Okay. Is chewing the inside of my lip compulsively self-harm? Because I do it even though it hurts and I can't stop even when it really hurts. No, because it's not tied to a sense of shame. It's just a fidget that is destructive. It's a different disorder, which I forget the name of, but it's not self-harm. It is harming yourself, but it's different. I've been exploring my gender identity. I'm probably gender fluid, but I don't know how to come out. I've already out as lesbian, so I know the environment is safe, but it's still scary. I bet it is. I bet that's scary. But I think you got this. As long as it's safe, it's better to rip the band-aid off. And before you know it, you'll be able to express yourself freely without worrying about any tough conversations. My family is really homophobic and supports Trump and everything, and I don't know what to do because I'm the biggest lesbian. Move to Canada. I don't know, actually. I never had Trump supporter parents, but I had homophobic parents, and I don't think it's safe for you to come out, and so I don't think you should for now. Going out this weekend? Who's using the random generator? The weekend just ended. I hate my mom's husband, but there's nothing I can do about it. Any advice? Definitely talk to your mom about it. Your opinion should definitely matter to her. What do I mean last Mental Health Monday? We are moving Mental Health Monday to Friday. It'll be Feel Better Friday instead of Mental Health Monday because I will be at school all of Monday and all of Wednesday and will not be able to stream. There's a hater in the Roblox chat. This is actually kind of funny. This probably isn't even a hater. It's just somebody seeing what they can get away with because you guys are weird. Somebody said in the Roblox chat in the corner of my screen, my screen, Quinn Fraser and Kaylin, loser. Look at that. I do every few... Is he fighting back? You are a loser. I can't see the other one. I am cool. Colin. You is boo. I do every few seconds. I do this little noise and I can't stop. It's a habit, and every time I do it, people look at me and I try to stop, but I feel like I can't breathe. So that's either a tick or a stim, I think. But you can get it looked at, by the way. In Roblox, my face was between 13 and 15. Fucking hell. I'm about to go to college. My parents want me to stay in Texas. Should I stay or go? Go. I went. My parents wanted me to stay in Texas. They said the only college that they would support me going to outside of Texas was the one they went to, so I went to that one. because it's not like I could afford anything else. I went to that one. But it was in Seattle instead of Texas, and I got to get away from the culture I've been in my whole life, and it was eye-opening. Leave your state. Leave where you're... When you're 18, there will be a plane offering to take you far away from your hometown for a few years, and it is very important that you get on. I plan to leave again. I'm only here to save money, and then I'm out again. I'm going to California because everywhere else in the world has so much more to offer than the one thing I've known my whole life. Get out. Run. Especially if you're from Texas. You growled at them? You said grr. They said just kidding. You said just kidding. Hang on. Okay. Is Quinn excited to see my new apartment? I don't know when she will see it. I don't... What is Kenzie up to? Kenzie is growling. Yep. Grr. I didn't know Kenzie was here. Wait. Oh my gosh. Look at her. She's tiny and she's here. This is so sad. What's my favorite human How to Train Your Dragon character? Definitely Astrid. Astrid for life. I've been in love with Astrid since I was very small. I love confident, smart, skilled femmes. Femmes who know what they're doing. Heather too. Ugh, I want to be Hiccup so bad. You get Toothless and Astrid? Are you kidding me? That's literally my dream life. Oh, I missed. Watch him squint when he dives. Okay. Oh, yikes. I need to go. I need to pick up that lady's TV stand. I love y'all. There are a lot more for me to answer that I did not answer, and I'm so sorry that if you sent one in the last 45 minutes, I didn't get it. I'm so sorry. I love y'all. I did get through as many as I could, but I seriously have to go because I have an appointment set up. I will see you all tomorrow. Or later today on Quinn's stream. Bye, guys. Our last Mental Health Monday. Oh, there's Izzy.